Duel Review is brought to you by NexusDigitalComics.com. On today's Duel Review, it's Attack the Block. I'm RJ.
And I'm Nick.
Let's get to it.
Welcome to Friday the 11th of May. We're doing Attack the Block, the movie.
That's right. Director Joe Cornish, and it was released 2011, not too long ago. It's one of those movies that got rave reviews. Critics love it, and it might have snuck under the radar for a lot of you guys. So it came out on Blu-ray recently, so I bought it immediately because I'd heard so much good positive buzz about it. And I watched it, and here it is right here. Attack the Block. It is centered in kind of a London, suburb kind of thing. There is some English stuff, which I don't like. What's the festival called? I can't remember, but it's you think 4th of July, but it's like, no, wait a minute. 4th of July is actually like anti-English. Let's see, I'm sorry. Bonfire Night, which I'm not sure what that is, but...
Bonfire Night?
There's a lot of people like, it's blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, I'm American. So it happens during Bonfire Night.
In London.
Seems like a very cold 4th of July to us.
Yes.
So anyway, you follow this gal, Sam. She is a nurse.
Wait, would that be like the 5th of November?
Maybe.
Isn't that what that is? Like the Guy Fawkes thing?
Don't know. No, Guy Fawkes Day would be a different day, I think. Anyway. So we follow Sam, who's a nurse, and she's returning home during Bonfire Night. Fireworks are going off, and she encounters a little gang, of guys, a little shady. They got their hoods up and whatever, and she's kind of
gangsters.
She's uneasy, and then she gets surrounded and she gets mugged, basically. It is England, so nobody has a gun. Very few people have guns, but knife point.
They don't have guns in England?
Not really. No, not even cops carry them like SWAT does. But anyway. So she gets assailed, and right as she's being robbed, something from the sky comes and crashes down
in a nearby car.
So it allows her to escape, and then of course the thugs see this as an opportunity to search the car that was smashed, because I think it was a BMW or something.
Yeah, so they're gonna loot
seeing if it was nice. And so they're opening the gun blocks and whatever. Moses is that he's the main boy,
the leader of the pack.
And they encounter what came from the sky, and what came from the sky is this little alien thing, and it looks kind of stereotypical a little bit.
Okay.
It's no eyes and teeth and whatever.
Yeah.
And it's all the skin but no hair. You know what I mean? Maybe a little hair, but anyway. So Moses gets attacked, and it runs off, and in typical kind of stereotypical thug fashion, they all kind of go as a gang and go kill it. I'm going to go kill that fucking thing.
That's what you do with things that fall from the sky.
Well, whatever. They're it turns out they're pretty young kids, and they're mugging to make a living. They're very poor, but at the same time they want to impress their homies. And I wouldn't say homies. They wouldn't say homies. They use a very thick gangsta
right. It's
British gangsta.
It's jarring for us Americans.
It's like believe that. It's like
listening to jazz from the
It's very
Transformers.
weird, and it's very thick, and it took me a little while to get past that. I think it is a very interesting story. I guess we'll just say that it kind of continues from there. The S hits the fan. There you go. Right. You don't want me to abbreviate F as well.
Yes, hits the F.
So
it's funny.
We just kind of follow this crew of kids, and we do see Sam again, but we follow this crew as they're fighting the aliens that are attacking their block, basically.
Right. But the aliens are just so cool.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're very cool as creatures. They're very blacked out silhouette with glowing teeth.
Right. I like the first time that you see him. It's like, are those his eyes? And they're like, I don't think so, because they have these
teeth,
fluorescent teeth, and they kind of look like a set of eyes at first. But then as it opens, it's like, oh, those are teeth.
Yeah, and the ultimate story there is not really, I think, what the movie is best at. I mean, it's kind of a standard weird whatever. And there is some heavy foreshadowing of what's going on early in the film, if you catch that. The thing on TV. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So if you see that, and it's like, I know what the story is. The reason to watch this is the interaction with the kids, and it's very kind of, it fits right in there for me as Stand By Me and Goonies, and when you mean this camaraderie of kids who are in a position, more adult than they are and having to deal with it.
Okay, yeah.
And sometimes we have a fun collaboration, or we have, witty comments, or, they have courage in the face of overwhelming odds because they're kids, they don't know any better. But there is also that kind of that thug attitude of, I'm not going to be scared by this. I'm going to, charge in, whatever. They have, they assemble and they have their ragtag group. They've got like Scooter and a couple bikes and, like a Vespa and like one of them has like a fake samurai sword and, one of them gets a bat and, whatever. It's just kind of like whatever they can find. There's also these two younger kids that really want to be part of it, but they're always kind of shoved aside because they're much younger. They kind of are fun.
Yeah, so they do have their moments.
Though the colloquialisms and the thug life, whatever, was a little hard for me to get through. It's like this thick soup that you gotta go through in order to get to the meat of these characters. It starts to, be fine. You understand what they're saying. And like, I guess I'm outing my whiteness. It's just like I don't... Like, I understand what they're saying, but it's like, why do they say it this way? I don't get it. I'm not in that culture.
No, I agree with that. It is completely jarring to me. I mean...
Yeah, I've heard a lot of, rave reviews. People love this, but I've never heard anybody mention that. And I guess I'm really out of it. I just don't... It phases me too much, I suppose. Anyway, it is a solid movie, I think. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You didn't like it quite as much as me, though.
No, I did. I definitely loved it. I thought it was a great movie. Nothing really. I guess the only thing I really didn't like was the fact that they were kids stopping an alien attack. I guess. And
why?
I don't
not?
I don't know. I don't. It doesn't sound believable to me. But at the same time, the creatures themselves, the aliens, I guess they could have been killed by kids. So yes and no. I don't know. I don't.
You just found it unbelievable.
Slightly. I mean, it's one of those things where it could be believable, but overall it's not. But it might be, I guess.
Okay.
But I definitely liked it. I really did enjoy it. I thought it was a great movie. The special effects are cool. What I really like is the.
It's fairly low budget, I think.
Yeah, yes. But I really do like what they did with the aliens, because the blackest shadow that they had is how black these things were. So if they're in the shadow, you don't see them, which is cool.
Yeah.
All you see is the teeth.
I was never really like scared or anything. There was never like a moment where it's like, oh, there's gonna die or run, kind of thing. But it was kind of fun to watch. It really feels like Super 8 could have, learned something from this movie and had a little bit more. I don't know. It was fun. It was good. The actors, for the most part, did a great job. Some I like more than others. It's hard to work with kids. They never say work with kids or dogs, but they had both in this, and the kids did great. Every one of them did. Well, they just had that short. The dog was in the scooter, and then it.
Oh yeah.
So that's Attack the Block. I say go see it, but just be aware there's a little bit to get used to, if you're like us and are white.
We are white
and not English.
Not English.
So anyway. But I do enjoy the interactions with the characters, and I understand why it got good ratings. So
yeah, it is a lot of fun. It's a really fun movie. Following the characters around, I enjoyed it. I agree. Go see it.
And the special features are kind of fun.
Yeah, I like the special feature where they're talking about the creation of the creatures. Creature creation.
All right, follow us on Facebook. Tell us what you think. Subscribe on YouTube, and we'll see you next time.
And please check out our wares on spiderwolf.com. Buy our card games, t-shirts.
It's my Grift logo shirt.
That's right. And everything else that we got.
Short stories.
Art Thank
prints.
you for plugging that. All right, so that's it.
Bye.
Oh,
finally.
Finally.
That's one thing as we wrap up. Next week, we take a look at the new 52 Batman.
Hello and welcome to Duel Review. I am your enigmatic host.
Drug dealer, friend, that they're whatever. So it's kind of this very urban, very maybe stereotyped in some ways.
Why do we have 50 seconds left?
I don't know, but is it full already? I don't know. Gang of kids hanging out. They've got hoods and whatever, and they
you can tell that they're up to no good.
Yeah, they stick her up. What's it called? They mug her.
Mug her.
I couldn't think of mug.
Stick her up.
They give her some root beer in a mug,
What?
And they mug her. Okay, let's do it again.